You hoping that the Holy Spirit is guiding you to a place that you can go for a refuge.
Mm-hmm.
You hoping that this faith is go guide me.
Because I'm gonna show you what happened in them times when everybody be going to their own land, and then everything going off, people shooting everywhere, doing all this stuff going on. You don't know where to feel safe at. So it'll be some of your enemies come in here. We all good in here, and you would run right back into it. Oh, that looks safe, and get right in there. And they got something for you when you get in there.
Mm-hmm.
It'll look good going in there. It'll look like, yeah, we got you. Come on, let's come. And it'll be a lot of different shades of people in there.
Mm-hmm.
Get in there, and guess what? The Most High ain't gonna be playing with what He said. Everybody gonna be going against each other.
That's right.
So that's what I'm saying. So take care of your things you got to do. Then, like Jerboss says, first starting off keeping the commandments. Period. That's the way you build up your faith. If you ain't doing that, you ain't got no faith.
Yeah. Go back to Hebrews chapter 11, verse 4.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
By faith, Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain.
It said by faith. See, because the thing is, he could have easily did what Cain did, but he chose, no, I'm gonna be obedient, man. The Lord say do this. Hey, I got faith what the Lord told me to do, and I'm gonna do what He say to do. You know,
by which he obtained witness that he was righteous.
Mm-hmm.
God testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaking.
See, even babe, when he was dead, guess what? His blood was crying from the ground, man.
Mm-hmm.
His blood was crying from the ground. Because guess what, man? That's the faith that he had in God. So when God came back, it was looking like, hey, man, where your brother at, man? Oh, man, my mom, he want to get smart. But guess what, man? Abel kept the faith, man. Even when Cain didn't, Abel kept the faith, man. So that's why his offering was favored, man, with God. We can go get there in Genesis chapter 4, but we ain't gonna go there, man. We're gonna, like I say, man, this ain't gonna be no long class.
And
man.
that faith gives you direct contact with
That's
the Most High, and with Yahweh Shai. He can easily give that word to the Most High when you got faith. That's what he was saying throughout his whole ministry. Man, I gotta do that for her, man. Her faith is stronger than the one. I'm trying to. That's when he was telling the other one with the Canaanite woman, wasn't it? Yeah, man, her faith stronger than the ones I'm trying to. Trying the people of the Most High. That's right. The chosen people.
Because she knew her place, and she also knew, now you the one.
Mm-hmm.
No. He said, man, no. How should I tell the priest? He said, no, you the one. Mm-hmm. She knew. She had faith, total faith in him, man.
And the woman that grabbed a garment.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, man, somebody touched me. Everybody was touching him. But her faith, when she touched the garment, guess what? Her faith made him feel something. Whoa. Somebody touched me. No, he was like, no. He's like, they like, everybody touched me, man. No, somebody touched me. Because somebody had a lot of faith.
That's right. Read on up.
By faith, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death.
He was taken up, read on.
And was not found.
And they couldn't find his body, read on.
Because God had translated him.
Mm-hmm.
For before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased God.
Because he pleased God, man. Because he had total faith in the Most High God, man. And he was obedient to God, man. Read.
Verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
See, without faith, it's impossible to please God, man. You can't please God if you don't got faith in his works or got faith in what he is. How can you please God and you ain't got no faith, man? He put order. Guess what? You got to have faith in his order. He put laws. You got to have faith in his law. He put commandments. You got to have faith in his commandments, man. Our forefathers had faith in his commandments and had faith in his laws, man. That's why their name still ringing right now. That's why their name is in this book, and we reading about them right now because they had faith too. And we got in Israel. We got to have that faith too, man, because we trying to make it to the kingdom too.
That's right.
Read up.
For he that cometh to God must believe that he is.
He said, he that comes to God, you must believe that he is the creator, man. The Lord of Lords, the King of Kings, man. Read.
And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
And how you diligently seek him is through the word of God, man, through his Bible. That's how you seek him, man. And see, the thing is, it's not seeking him through the other books that you can go get. It's seeking it through this word, man. It's that none want or make, man.
That's right.
This is how you seek the Lord, man. Matter of fact, drop down to verse 17.
And that's another thing too. I'm glad you just brought that up. That's faith in believing that these 80 books that we got is what you need, instead of going into every other thing that they bring out. We don't care what was lost in the cave. They done took the what God, man, the Most High got control of everything. These books is written for our learning. If he'd wanted all them other books in there, they would have been in there.
That's right, so would have.
They would have been there. But we got faith in the fact of the matter is these 80 books is what he gave us that we may live.
Come. You got something up?
Go ahead.
Give me Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 17. Like I say, it's not gonna be a long class. I just want to just touch on the basis of this faith, man, because a lot of our people in this trying time right here, man, because we've been seeing a division in Israel. We ain't sit up there and turn the blind eye to it. We just telling brothers and sisters, man, through y'all walk, man, just keep the faith, man, and keep the commandments, man.
Exactly. And let me because what I can bring out, this is real good, man. When brothers and sisters have the time, read Hebrews the whole chapter 11.
Yes,
because he gives the examples of all our forefathers, of most of them, the really important ones, as we say. That faith was heavily involved in. Go ahead.
That's right. And see, actually, honestly, this chapter 11 really could be a separate class. You know, but the thing is,
we'll do it again. We'll go over again on the Sabbath on another one, a longer version of it.
That's right, and kind of just go in and expound on it a little bit heavier, man, because this whole chapter, man, is a heavy chapter, man, with a lot of parables and a lot of dark saying that people really skip over and miss. You know, matter of fact, well, give me verse 17.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 17. By faith, Abraham, when he was tried.
He said, by faith, Abraham was tried, man. Abraham was the father of many nations, man. That's our forefather. Read on.
Offered up Isaac.
He offered up his own only begotten son. He had others. He had Ishmael. He had some other children too.
But then Ishmael was pushed out.
That's right.
And then after that, he was told, go offer the one I got left. He's like, man, he just got rid of one, and I gotta go kill the other.
See, but the thing is, when he had faith in what the Lord told him to do, guess what? It was no doubt, even if I had to sacrifice my own child, this what it got to go, man. Which one of us can have enough faith in the Most High God to sacrifice your own child, man?
And not only that, I remember you brought this up a while back when we had this discussion on this Isaac. The faith Isaac had in the Most High when he knew my daddy finna kill me.
That's right.
He didn't fight. He didn't try to take off running. He didn't do none of that. He was obedient, lay down. Okay, I guess that's what the Most High told him. He had faith in his father because his father had faith in the Most High.
That's right.
And that's the thing you got to look at too.
And see, the thing is, just like I'm bringing out, look, you never read scripture that he said he chased Isaac around. But now Isaac even asked his father, asked Abraham. He said, "But why I sacrificed it?" He said, "Son, don't worry about it." So, but when he seen them getting it ready,
he's tying them up,
and he laid them down. He never heard about Isaac squealing, hollering, trying to scream. Isaac, he said, "Well, hey, let's get it."
You know, most of the time, right now, boy, most of these little cats, boy, they be fighting their daddy. Niggas, you crazy? Man, I ain't fighting. I'm not finna. Nah, partner, that ain't finna happen.
See, so, and the thing is, what greater joy than the brother laying his life down? That brother laid his life down like Christ laid his life down. See, that's something that went over people's heads too. But read the next part.
By faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac. And he that had received the promises offered up his only begotten son.
See, his only begotten son. See, that parable is higher than most people can see. But thing is, we ain't gonna go into that right now. But I mean, that's a higher prevalent than what they can see because Isaac laid his life down too. He was ready to give that for the faith of the Most High, man. He said, "Hey, to do it, let's go." He didn't waver. See, because that's what a lot of us do in this truth. We waver. There's no wavering in this truth, man. Keep this faith from the beginning to the end. Keep that faith, man.
And if you're reading that right, it's telling you also that he had faith in the Most High, that if he did and was obedient to what the Most High was telling him, he received those promises that the Most High had promised.
That's right.
And that's why he said, he said that had received the promises. He had received the promises. Same with Isaac and Jacob.
That's right.
Went on to Isaac and on to Jacob. Now on to you.
That's right. Read on up. Verse 18.
Verse 18, of whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
He said, in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That's the promise, man. Read up.
Accounting that God was able to raise him up even from the dead, from whence also he received him in a figure.
Read on up.
By faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come.
See, he said by faith, Isaac blessed blessed Jacob and Esau. See, the thing is, guess what? When he was questioned, when Isaac was laying there in the bed, he was blind. When Jacob came in, guess what? He just did what his mother told him to do. He was scared out of his mind. He was like, man, I don't really want to do. His mother said, no. This is what the Most High said, no, you got to do this.
Exactly.
And he was like, man, she's like, well, okay, that's all right. I'll take the blame for it.
That's right.
Don't worry about it. I'll take it. But you need to go in and do this. So when Jacob went in there and Isaac was giving the blessings out, guess what? That's where we come from. That's our forefather, man.
And he blessed them both because he gave
I was going to go into that next.
Turn right around and you go ahead.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting into. Because guess what? Like I always bring that out. He pointed it from the beginning. Man, look, since when me and that brother first started studying together, that's one of the first things he pointed out to me. He said, look, he said Esau was promised, right? What? The fatness of the earth
and the dew from heaven.
And the dew from heaven.
And if you look down on the next one, it was opposite.
That's right.
Jacob, and he was the first one. He had got the major blessing. So why did he get the dew from heaven? And then Esau had got, then he got the dew from heaven, then the fatness. And we right now getting the dew from heaven. But we'll get the fatness of the earth because the end of this world, the end of is Esau.
That's right.
And the beginning of the other word is Jacob. So that's us. So right now we getting the dew. He getting the fatness of the land. He's all over the place in all the blessed places in the world.
And they also got the blessing of war.
Exactly.
You wonder why a lot of times he got the technologies where they don't even have to send armies. They can just send a drone thousands of miles over to kill people. So
he's a blessing of a hunter. He's a keen hunter. That's a blessing he got. That's how he told him. How he said he's gonna get all of that stuff. He said, how's Esau gonna get the fatness of the earth? Because he's a hunter by the sword. That's why. That's how he was able to get it. Oh, you blessed, and you gonna have it. But shoot, like you say, it's blessings and curses. We getting the curses now. We'll get the blessing later. He getting the blessing now, but he's gonna get the curse later.
That's why we tell our people, chill out on that. Let's go get them. I'm ready to go to war right now. They
ain't sure not.
They were blessed for that. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
they made guns.
We got 6-7 people over here on our side. You know what I'm saying? Talking about ready for war. They got 1,600, 7, whatever the number may be. Now we're not ready yet.
So we
please ask for 3-1.
Yeah, we talking about we got
time season for everything.
Exactly.
And now right now it's not that time. We got to build an army. That's what we're doing. We building the army right now. Exactly. Piece by piece. Children, men, women, everybody got their place. That's right.
And if you go to war without the Most High anyway, we don't get anyway. I don't give a damn. We outnumber them. We ain't nowhere in the world. We scared of firecrackers. You know what I'm saying? We don't even want to mess with too many of them. And these mothers got nuclear weapons. We ain't got nothing. No planes, no nothing.
But like we always say, all they have to do is cut our water off.
Cut the lights off.
That's it. They think it's strategic warfare.
Mhm.
We ain't looking past that day. So
That's why they want you on the grid anyway.
Mhm.
That's why you try to go out and get off that grid, boy. They on you. Oh
Mhm.
no, you can't do that because they want to be able to control your everything, and that's all they got to do. And we just super bad, talk all kind of ways, but boy, if he wanted to do it, man, you ain't got no choice but to have power. I mean, faith in the Most High.
Mhm.
Because if you don't, you is not gonna win.
You not. Let's go to Ephesians, man. Chapter 2, verse 8. Y'all, I'm gonna come to the end, man. Like I say, it ain't gonna be no long class. We're gonna get in and get out. Chapter 2 and verse 8.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 2, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
For by grace are ye saved through faith.
He said by grace, because now Christians read that. Oh man.
Told you we just under grace. Told you we just under grace.
And that's a scripture that they read in the
they
church
read,
too. But they don't. I mean,
they know not.
No understanding. By grace we say.
Mm-hmm. See, but we're gonna go get that. So we ain't got to worry. We're gonna go get that. Keep reading now.
For by grace are ye saved
Mm-hmm.
through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God.
Let's go get that grace, man. Let's go to Rome.
And it's telling you right there, grace is the gift. And meaning God gave you a gift. Like if you was behind on your electric bill and they tell you, well, we're gonna give you till next week to pay before we turn your lights off. And guess what? That's a gift.
That is
Right.
a gift. See,
Right.
and then guess what? They give destroyed a lot of their heart because they can't comprehend, they know not. Read Romans 6 and 1.
The book of Romans, chapter 6, verse 1. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may
He
abound?
said, should we continue to sin so that grace may be abound? Read on up.
God forbid.
He said, hell no, man.
Hell to the no.
And that's talking about grace, man. Let's go get that faith, man. Give me Romans 3 and 31. Let's go get that one right quick too, man. Okay, because we said by grace and by faith. Let's go get the faith. Read that up.
The book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 31.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's something good. Do we then make void the law through faith?
He said, do we then make void the law through faith? Read on.
God forbid.
He said, hell no, man.
Not on grace,
Man,
not on faith.
Come on.
Neither
man.
one of them.
And read that next part.
Yea, we establish the law.
It said we established the law, man. When it's established, it was established from the beginning, man. Come on, man. We're not gonna play. We're not gonna let them go. We're not gonna let them tap dance with these scriptures. No, we're gonna read it as it's written, man. And we ain't gonna let nobody goddamn gonna tap dance with these scriptures around us. See, that's the problem with us being Israelites, man. Guess what? They know we ain't gonna let them tap dance. We gonna read it as it is written, man.
That's right.
Give me James chapter 2.
And the Most High knew too, man, that everybody's gonna be using the same thing. He put them in there. He put these scriptures in there because he knew. Hey, it's all about I got grace.
He's like, hold on,
There's a
man.
scripture for that one. Well, I got faith in the Most High. Well, there's a scripture for that one too. And they both said, hell no, you better keep out of sin is what you better do.
You got something? Go ahead.
Nah, it was it. I was saying the same thing he was saying.
Let's go to James chapter 2 and verse 21. This will be our last precept.
The book of James, chapter 2, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
Was not Abraham our father justified by works?
See, because Abraham, our forefather, he was justified by works, man. You know,
when he had offered Isaac his son upon the altar.
Man, that's what we were just hitting on, man. Mm-hmm. He offered his son upon the altar, man. How much faith can a man have that put his own son on the altar, man? Come on, man. That's faith more than anything you ever seen, man.
I'm glad you're bringing this up. Go ahead.
22.
Read on.
Seest thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect.
You said by works. That's how your faith be made perfect, man. See, because guess what, man? Our God weighs your actions, man. Mm-hmm. He said action must be by your action. He said by me said what it say by actions are you weighed?
Yeah.
So guess what, man? We got to keep the faith, man. Even though all these divisions, all these mishaps is going on, man, all these different, guess what, man? People know, guess what? It don't matter how much doctrine you think you can pull, how much wisdom you think you got. Guess what, man? Don't lose the faith in what the Most High said, man.
And the works prove your faith.
That's it,
The
man.
work, doing the work of the Most High, doing His law, statutes, and commandment, prove to Him that you got faith in Him.
That's right.
Because if you're disobedient, you don't got faith in the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Because you saying, I don't want to do what you say.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the world doing right now. I got faith in the Most High, but ain't doing nothing that the Most High saying do.
Yes.
Nothing.
So why call me Lord, Lord?
But coming up with excuses why I don't have to do what He says.
That's right. But one thing that we do miss out.
Get a law.
Wait a minute before we go get the law. I need two more precepts. I kind of want to touch on right quick. Mm-hmm. One thing that we forget about too. We do nothing without counsel, man. Even though we got faith, we got obedience, we got patience, we still must counsel to get things done, decency and in order. Give me Sirach 32, verse 19, right quick. And get two precepts, and we'll be out, man.
The book of Sirach, chapter 32, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
Do nothing without advice.
It said, do nothing without advice, man. Read on.
And when thou hast once done, repent not.
And see, because guess what? When you got a counsel, when you counsel amongst your brother, you ain't got to, oh no, we got a clear understanding. You ain't got to repent for something that you already got a clear understanding on. No, we got this. Okay, well, what this verse saying? Okay, then let's go and we're gonna precept this thing. We got a clear understanding. So when somebody brings something to us, we got that.
And that counsel should go in these scriptures.
That's right.
Not just give me some good quotes.
Mm-hmm.
But in these scriptures, that's
right.
A lot of times that's where y'all want to deal with everybody through these scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
If they trying to get you all these other times without these scriptures, I wouldn't even pay no attention to them.
That's right. Give me this last. Now this be our last precept. Y'all, you can write this down in your book, Proverbs 15:22. That's the precept today. Let me get down and read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
Without counsel, purposes are disappointed.
He said, without counsel, your purpose sometimes be disappointed because guess what? You done ran into something and you done ran into something and you shouldn't even did it because guess what? Now you want to go back and get advice after you done already done it. No, you should have counseled before you did it. Read up.
But in the multitude of counselors, they are established.
He said, in a multitude of counsel, that's how your word get established, man. He said, he said, the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let every word be established, man. That's how you go precept upon precept, man. In the Bible, you got to have a witness upon a witness, man.
Mm-hmm. So it's like a lot of times when people bring something to me, I normally go to one of the other brothers. Hey, man, this is what's going on. I deal with him a lot of times on other things like that because the fact that the matter is, I don't even want to just go by what I'm thinking. I want to be able to go to somebody else to give the person that we're speaking to true edification instead of going by what I think. He ain't got to believe me. Then he goes what he thinking. We're bringing out the scriptures for the people, and that's how we come to correction of each other and making sure we fall in line with counsel. Because just don't go to know anybody running your mouth. Because some people use what you done told them and rip you apart later on.
You can't just have faith that I believe this, but I don't believe that. You gotta have true faith, like you're saying.
Yeah, but you gotta have that
true faith, man. You gotta be keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments out for you. Facebook, Israelites, and things like that. You still gotta put in that work. And we tell people every day. Brothers walk past us on the streets. Oh yeah, I'm from Judah. I'm a child. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Yeah, you might say that, and you might believe. But you still got work to do. And,
and walk right to the store and buy and sell.
That's right.
On the side.
Like you said, your faith, your works prove your faith. It's a hand-in-hand thing.
Let's get a precept, man. Might got a precept, law. Because after every class, you're supposed to have a law. I ain't got a law today. But there's plenty of them in there. We're going to just pick one up.
Exodus 22. chapter 22 and verse 22.
Line to you, man.
Mhm.
The book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 22. Ye shall not afflict any widow.
Read it again now.
Ye shall not afflict any widow.
It's mainly going into like with the single sisters. You know, we take care of the single sisters just as well as the single brothers in her. But mainly the single sisters because we know a lot of times they have the children. Read the next part out.
Or a fatherless child.
Because if they are single sisters in her and they do have children, guess what? We're like fathers unto those children.
Mm-hmm.
And it's our duty to help raise up a nation. You know, to step in where that father is not and teach him the correct way. Train up a child in the way he should go.
That's right.
Go on.
I like to- I want to
that.
see how that
Yeah,
looks.
go ahead and finish that out. Go ahead.
If thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry at all unto me, I will surely hear their cry.
Oh, he gonna hear it.
Mhm.
He's gonna hear it because if they sitting up there and you up there being a distraction or bothering that woman or bothering those children like that, man. Oh,
Or treating them unjustly.
yes.
Mhm.
Most High gonna hear they crying. You better hope that little child don't go in there and get on his knees and pray to the Most High.
Man.
Because you might not wake up that night. You been
Mhm.
doing that.
Mess around, you wake up, you ain't got no teeth in your mouth, eyebrow be gone. Hey, they just how they roll.
He said, I will surely hear you.
So with that,
No,
say
no,
happy
no.
feast of dedication. Subscribe to us on YouTube page. The people that's watching on Facebook, subscribe to the YouTube page. Follow us on Twitter.
Help donate to the cause.
That's right.
Let's push this truth, man. Y'all share the videos, man. So hopefully we can get to some of those places where y'all at.
That's right. And on that, we say shalom.
Shalom.